Hey everybody, it's Zmodler back with another tutorial. Today I will be making a permanent part on a truck PMD and accessory. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to import my truck PMD. I had already made a video, but unfortunately I recorded it in HDR and I cannot edit videos in HDR for some fucking reason. So I'm just gonna do another one real quick. So I'm gonna use Cap E, and today I will be taking this part off and be making it an accessory. So first things first, we want to get this part and isolate it by itself. And it'll be sometimes, I'm just gonna make an example where you want to make something accessory and it's attached to something else. So all I did was go ahead and attach it. I just want to show you how to detach things. You would hit polygon. There's two ways you could go about it. You could use this tool and select to select whatever you want to detach. I'm going to a different view to make sure I got everything. I did not. So now I'm going to use the separated tool and I right click. And if that does not work, sometimes, God damn it, sometimes that tool does not work, you can go ahead and use the single and you can right click and it'll select each individual polygon. So, alright, so that looks good to me. Now I want to detach it. Again, I want to isolate this part. I'm gonna, God damn it, right click on it. Now this shit not doing it. Alright, fuck this. I'm gonna go back into this view. Highlight the part. Unlink it. In fact, let me just open up 4 windows. There we go. Alright, so this is the first part. Cool. I have that isolated. Now I gotta get this part off. And it's already separated. Just because the way how I set it up. But again, if you have to, go ahead and go in polygon mode. Click and separate it from whatever it's attached to. In this case, I do not have to separate anything. Gonna unlink it. Boom. Alright, my part is now isolated. Now I want to create a node. It doesn't matter what node you copy, preferably one of the, nodes at a straight angle, not like this node or, that node, because it's at an angle. You could use it, but there's no reason. I would just use a regular node that's at a perfect 90. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this node right here, create, copy, click and drag. Again, it does not matter where this node is at, but I want to place it in a suitable place. Something that was close to the accessory. Now I'm gonna get the node I just copied and pasted. You don't have to do it, but I just like unlinking everything so I can look at it. I'm gonna rename this KW. KW underscore AC unit. Alright. And it's important where this node goes. Because right now I'm on Cap E, okay? And that's this Mercury sleepers. I want it to only show up for that sleeper. So let's say if I accidentally threw the node in Cab D, it's not gonna show up. Notice that node is not gonna show up for Cab E. That's not what we want. Because if I go in game and I have this cab, we want that node to show up. God damn autosave, man. You gotta love and hate this shit. Autosave is done. Back now. As I was saying before, you do not want this node on Cab D or any other cab. You only want it on Cab E. Well, at least with this accessory, because I only want it available for this sleeper. So let's say you're detaching a part like this handle, you know, on this cab. Now that node you could put in this section because you want that available for all cabin accessories. Because you know that part is going to be there regardless of what sleeper I have. So again, you want to put your node in the correct place. So I already created my node, I renamed it KW_AC unit, and I placed it in cab E. Now what I want to go ahead and do is export this. And notice I'm exporting this without the part. I want the part removed from here. That's the whole purpose of this tutorial. I want to make it an accessory. So now I will export this truck. Alright, now the truck is exported. Now I want to get this node again. I want to unlink it. I'm going to turn off the truck. Now what I'm about to do, it doesn't matter which way you do this, it's just the way I'm doing it. Just drag one of the parts into each other. It doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to rename it default part. Now I'm going to drag the parts inside of the node. Alright, so notice I made it a lowercase. You want all your PMDs lowercase, so I just placed the capitalized K with a lowercase, and now I'm about to export this. So I'm going to copy, export, and go to vehicle. Well, let me start from the beginning. Alright, so you got vehicle, truck, upgrade. Now I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to name this folder AC unit. Inside this folder, I'm going to create another one. You don't have to, I just do it for conflicts. W900. And I'm going to put my PMD here. That's what this is PMD. So KW_AC unit, cool. Alright, see now you notice there's nothing in this folder. When I export this, the only thing I want on this folder is this PMD. Let me show you something. Alright, so I just exported. Notice how there was nothing in that folder. The only thing I want in that folder is the PMD. It spit out this folder too, and I do not want that folder there. And I will explain why. So if we go to vehicle, truck, upgrade, AC unit, 93, notice it spit out this folder too. The reason it spit out this folder is these are your TOBJ files. And all your TOBJ files are, they're your mats, like your materials. Let me explain this again. Alright, so this is my material. So now if I go to truck 02, let me try to look for it. These are all materials. This is your material browser. So if I go to truck 02, cool. This is the material. Now all the material doing, and this is my texture, the DDS file. The material is spitting out a TOBJ file in this location. And the TOBJ file is trying to find the texture file, the DDS. The TOBJ file is the link between the material and the DDS. That's all that is. And in here, as you notice, it's only text/AO2. If there's no slash before it, it's gonna create that folder structure inside of whatever folder you exported in. Notice I exported it in this folder, so it started right here. When originally it needs to be in here. Text. Because notice I imported the truck. This is where the part was originally at. And so it's matching up. Technically, it's not wrong. Zmod is just not smart enough to update it and do it itself. So, you know, you got to catch this shit. So, all we're going to do is add the vehicle truck KW9 flat in front of this. God damn it. So, you know, I'm gonna just go to material. 9 times out of 10, you could just do it this way. I just copy this. It's important. After you click anything in this shit and you don't change anything, it automatically spits out something out there. It'll be a number 1 or number 2. It'll automatically change it, so I just delete it. I'm gonna go back to here. Paste. I'm gonna just do it with all these. I really didn't have to do it with those. Only would I had to do it with, let me just go back and check. Damn it, where you at? AC unit. TETS, I only would have had to do it with TETS AO2, which was this one. Alright, so now that I did that, I can export again and watch how this folder will not show up. Exported, boom, folder is no longer showing up because it's no longer looking for the texture file in this structure. It's looking for it in the correct place, which is over here in the AO2. Alright, so another thing I want to go ahead and explain. Alright, so you remember this node, that's where the node is. It's important we remember that. So I'm just gonna close out everything and I'm gonna import the AC unit. Okay, now I want to delete all of these variants. Just click on it, hit delete state. Doesn't matter if you have 2, 6, 10, you don't want any variants up here. The looks, these do not matter. Anyway, I want to go ahead and click this, my default part, hit convert to compound. And you want default to be in the spots. After all that is said and done, we're going to export. And you might be like, why the hell is this in a weird place right now? Alright, so this is where we created the node on the truck. This is the node, right? So if I import this truck, God damn it. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, if I import this truck and I move this node right here, this origin, to the name of the node we put on the truck, the AC unit, you will notice that it will line up perfectly. A lot of people fuck up on this part. Again, this is not a this is not another step. I'm just showing you how this game works. So I'm gonna click Cap E and I'm gonna put this node on the node we created on the truck. That's all the game is doing. Fucking autosave, eh? Before I was rudely interrupted by autosave. Fucking asshole. But I take it back. Shit saved me plenty of times. Alright, so I'm gonna move this node to the node we created on the fucking PMD. Truck PMD. Now you notice if I'm lining this up, that's all the game is doing. So the game is gonna locate this part to the dev files and look for this node on the truck and say, hey, this part needs to go where this node is. Boom, and it's gonna slap it on there. That's all the game is gonna do. Alright, so in Zmod, we're done. That's everything we have to do on Zmodler. The rest we're gonna do is do the dev file, the definitions. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my devs. I just separated this mod into 3 different things. Again, your dev file will probably be in the same folder as everything else. I just did this to make it easier because sometimes I would just change a couple defs and I didn't feel like zipping the whole mod. Alright, so I'm gonna go into def, vehicle, truck, whatever your truck name is, and then you're gonna go into accessory. I'm gonna just copy the bumper. It doesn't matter which one of these folders you copy, really. I'm gonna just copy that one. And it's important that you rename this folder, well, at least that's what I do. The name of the node on the truck, which was KWAC unit. I'm gonna name that the name of the folder. Now I'm gonna go into the folder, and all of these definition files are individual accessories. I only have one AC unit now, so there's only a need for one definition file or one SII file. So I'm gonna open this file. We're gonna look at it. Alright, so we have our shape one. This stays the same. It's the name of your truck, you know. This is gonna be the name of the node. So I'm gonna paste that. It's our KWAC unit. And this is just the name that the game is gonna display. This is the price. That damn thing does not cost $1,000. Hell, we got it at a yard sale for $75. From old man Jenkins. Unlock, hell, you can throw unlock level in there, I'm not. And you got your icon, that's what it's gonna display. And that's located in the UI folder. I will show you that. Just for shits and giggle, and exterior model. Alright, so we're gonna go make sure this matches up. It's on upgrade AC unit, vehicle truck upgrade, AC unit, 93 KW 900, 93 C. Ooh, that would have fucked me up. I have 93 W 900 in here, but right here it's 93 KW 900. It's important that you go back, you know, double check shit, because something simple as that, the part's not located there, so the game wouldn't have been able to find it. And the name of the part, KWAC. And this is our variant again. That's why you did the go to it. This default part. Let me just import it again to show you. Upgrade. This is your variant default. That's why you had to do that. You could rename this literally anything. It's just the easiest thing to do. I could have renamed it AC unit, right? And I could have dismissed it from the default and convert the compound. Now it's under the variant AC unit. I would just have to rename this AC unit. But I'm gonna just keep it simple and keep it as default. I just wanted to show you. I'm gonna save that. And that should be everything. I'm gonna save it. And again, this icon, all it's doing is going to go to material, UI, accessory, and it's looking for, what's the name of that? W900 parts. Holy shit, there's a lot of shit in here. W900 parts. This is the icon. If I wanted to, I could put a picture of anything in here. It's gonna display that in the game. So let's go ahead and zip this bad boy up and look at it. See you in a few. Alright guys, I'm at the truck service center. Finna see if this accessory shows up. Alright, notice we have a node back here, KWAC unit. That's the name of the node we created. I'm gonna click it, click AC unit. What do you know? Pops up. Before I did this tutorial, I also made this boomerang antenna and accessory. Alright guys, that's this tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Please leave some feedback on how I could have did a better job at explaining what, you know. I'm not the best at making tutorials and explaining shit, but you know I'm trying, so bear with me. Again, I'll see you later. Joe Martin out.